Obasamata, MY3 Palane. Ladies and gentlemen, to the second episode of the ReadMe show. As you can see, we've survived the first episode, and Sri Lanka's basically been having a tough time. We've had an election and all that stuff, democracy, freedom of the press, blah blah, blah blah. But while this has been going on, technology as always has been progressing. So Sharon and I are here again to show you exactly, or rather to tell you exactly what happened in the world of tech. So let's begin.
While we're talking about the elections though, remember that article we wrote, or you wrote rather, on Facebook milking all of it.
Right.
Looks like it worked.
It did work. Basically, the premise was that regardless of who everybody voted for, there were two candidates, regardless of which one of the two you voted for or who won, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, Mark Zuckerberg was the one that made the real money. Because both candidates are spending a huge amount of money on Facebook advertisements, the Sri Lankan demographic being on Facebook and so on and so forth. So we saw phenomenal amounts of investment being pumped into Facebook. The price of ads skyrocketed.
But seriously, do you think that actually made a difference?
It did. Because I was monitoring all the reach of the pages, and at one point one particular candidate popped up on Social Bakers as being one of the fastest growing Facebook profiles in the world. He was there, and then there was Barack Obama next to him. Right. In other news, a university in London is offering a course in the art of the selfie. I'm not quite sure what to make of that.
Well, I think all the people who put up selfies of their pinkies for the election thing would benefit from a little.
Not at all. I mean, imagine. It's not exactly that hard to take a selfie. You take your phone, you look at your phone. If your phone has a front cam, you press the button and voila, selfie.
But it's very difficult to make some people look good. Case in point.
See, it doesn't matter because I don't do selfies. I don't do selfies. Now the thing is...
Now we know why.
Now we know why. But that aside, doing a course at the University of London when you want to get your narcissistic kicks off.
City of London University.
The City of London University. When you want to get your narcissistic kicks off may not be the best way to spend your money. Rather buy a pair of jeans.
But it gets better.
Alright.
Because you can go from taking ordinary selfies to getting another angle on things. So if your project is looking a little boring for this particular diploma, you can take a selfie of your butt. There's a stick especially for that.
Why would anybody want to take a selfie of their butt?
Well, it's a thing.
I have a good butt. I'll admit, I have a fairly good. It's better than yours. Come on, that I have a good-looking butt. That doesn't mean I'm going to share photos of selfies of it.
Again, point of the selfie is to show stuff off. So, we shall not comment
butt
on
selfie.
your.
I blame Kim Kardashian for this. She's the one who started the
it off.
butt.
But she had the butt worth showing off.
The internet is divided on that, and honestly, I'm not a huge.
Okay, the point
Kardashian
is
butt
the
fan,
stick makes it easier for you to reach behind.
I'm sure the stick makes it easier for you to reach behind. So yes, on that, we've learned that Sharon has a stick that makes it easier for her to lean behind. But yeah, we do have other topics.
Yes, there are chargers.
What kind of chargers?
Chargers. See, remember some time ago we were talking about how batteries don't last very long, and there was an whole article on it. Yeah, and we were talking about how manufacturers need to concentrate on that. Now manufacturers have decided to go the other way and concentrate on powering up dead batteries, basically. So
which makes sense. I mean, the whole battery pack industry is making a huge amount of money. So everybody wants to buy a charger these days, right? One of those battery banks.
I would rather have a battery that lasted, but this will do. Apparently, there's this battery pack that pretty much looks like any other battery pack, but it works on lighter fuel.
What? Here's the problem. I don't have a lighter. I don't have lighter fuel. In fact, this is Sri Lanka. I'm not sure you can get lighter fuel. Can you get lighter fuel?
Yeah, you can. I've seen.
It's called a petrol.
Yeah. No. That's petroleum.
No, that shit explodes.
No, you can actually get lighter fuel.
Alright, we can actually get lighter fuel, but we have no idea where.
Arpico, they have.
There you go.
Arpico. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you
are we getting an ad from Arpico for this?
No, we should charge Arpico for this.
Yeah, that's one. There's another that
we should get free lighter fuel.
Free lighter fuel for the rest of our lives. But yeah,
that's a lot of lighter fuel for you. Arsonist possibilities. Let's not go there. The other one works by spreading pockets of energy around. That sounds...
Oh yeah. I've seen how this works. It's where you get the new age grandma going like whoosh and the pockets of energy going around. This is how it works, right?
Where do you get this stuff?
Do you not watch those old Tai-Chi shows? Energy. Peace.
Okay, we're going to harness you that charge all our batteries.
So what they're doing is they're harnessing all this positive energy and they're turning it into battery shoes.
Not
battery shoes as in not Hitler's battery shoes, but battery shoes.
Not quite. Can someone tell us how this actually
but
works?
Yeah, tell me how it actually works.
How does it actually work?
Basically, it converts lighter fuel into electricity. You insert lighter
No,
This is
not
the other one.
that
We did
one.
that
This
one.
is
This is
Mahesh's one.
Then you should ask Mahesh. She's right here.
The pockets of energy around the room. Oh my god.
Right. No, bring the camera over here. We've settled this. It turns Tai-Chi into battery energy. Alright? That's it. That's how it works. Shut up, Shannon. That's how it works. Alright, other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we also have the computer on a stick, which, as you may not know, is a computer on a stick. That's
like pizza on a stick.
it's brilliant. It's like everything you wanted, but on a stick.
Considering that everything you wanted is a computer.
On a stick.
Yeah. So other than that, no. In case you haven't guessed, we don't really have that much news. It's general.
We have some other news.
We have, but Sharon's conveniently forgotten all of it. Right. In other news, we would like to express heartfelt condolences to those that had to go through the incident that happened with regarding Charlie Hebdo. Sincerely sorry to hear about this. You know, we live in a country where we can actually relate to something of that nature. So honestly, it's not fun, and it's not nice to see this being repeated anywhere in the world. And on to a slightly better topic. The government, which thus far had blocked websites like Colombo Telegraph and anything that it deemed was unsafe, has, now that the government has changed, all the ISPs that we used thus far seem to have unblocked all these websites, and now people in Sri Lanka can access sites like the Colombo Telegraph and Lanka E-News, which are previously blocked to citizens on the basis that they were spreading anti-government propaganda. So basically,
in a turnaround, New Delhi has got the...
Yes, in a turnaround, New Delhi has apparently blocked a lot of Charlie Hebdo posts, especially on Facebook, and they've got like 650 complaints regarding this. It's honestly nothing regarding to the actual massacre. Like, it's 650 posts on Facebook aren't anything worthwhile.
It's probably just an expression of support. I mean, it can't be anything else.
It's an expression of support, but at the same time, it should be noted that media freedom is very important, and it should not be curtailed. It should not be hampered in any country, and where this happens, danger shit eventually happens. So on that note, I think we'll turn to slightly better or slightly lighter waters and talk a little bit about CES, which, as you know, CES is happening right now. It is the biggest consumer electronics expo in the world, and I wish I was there right now instead of talking in front of the camera here. But unfortunately,
take the camera there?
Yes, I would love to. Unfortunately, I can't, so therefore I must observe it from afar. They've got some really cool car tech, some amazing cars, and as usual, a whole bunch of PC tech that I'm gonna love to see. Especially, I'm especially looking out for the case makers. I want to see what they come up with. Last year, Inwin came up with this gorgeous case called the Tau, that was basically mirrored, and once the PC started, you return transparent. So I'm honestly looking forward to seeing what they come up with this year, and we'll probably do a feature piece on them next. So tune in for the next week's video. Right.
Apart from the really exciting cases and the cars, which obviously Yuda would go for at CES, there was also, for the cheap ones among us, again Yuda would go for that, but I'm not sure why he didn't come up with that. There's a $29 Nokia phone which connects to the internet basically. So Facebook, Twitter, everything that you basically need.
In case you haven't caught on, she's quite cheap. And she needs a good phone. She needs a new phone.
I need a good phone, yes.
She needs anything at this point.
But $29.
A rock with a SIM in it would be better than what she has right now.
Alright, so thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. We really want to know what you have to say about this week's show. And if you want to check out what we did last week, click the link here. Is that? Thank you for watching. We are looking forward to hearing.
They were subject to 15 minutes of view. You know how hard that is? I know how hard that is. Saying we have no other techniques other than that.
We also had the computer on a stick.
Okay. What does it do?
It's basically a computer on a stick.
Okay. Who farted?
Again. Okay, that's
Can we start?
yes. Go. Look at lens.
Obasamata, MY3 Palanayak.
See, the issue is you bowed down. Sharon was still looking at the lens.
Yuck. It's bending, it should be that hard. I'm used to this. Oh, so mean. Studio harassment hurts. Hashtag. Obasamata, MY3 Palanayak. Let's go with that. Let's just go with that. It's one giant blooper. I'm sorry.